Hi there, this is Julie DiMatteo with thepaperpixie.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And in today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this super cute self-closing box that measures 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And inside it, I have a Lindor truffle. It is also a perfect fit for 3 Ghirardelli minis. I'd like to give credit to fellow German demonstrator Petra Rosenbaum. She just recently posted a video tutorial for this, and I fell in love with it and had to convert the metric measurements just so that I could make one of these because I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use a piece of Painted with Love Specialty Designer Series paper. It is a beautiful pack of papers with some gold foil accents and just very vibrant colors. And this piece measures 6.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And using the Simply Scored along the 6.5 inch side, we're going to score this at 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. And while we're on the 6.5 inch side, I want you to make little tick marks at 3/4, just at the very top, 2 1/4, 3 3/4, and 5 1/4. And that's really just the halfway mark between these sections. Then I want you to go ahead and rotate it clockwise and score along the 3 3/4 inch side at 1.5 and 3. Now grab the largest circle from the Layering Circles framelits, and what we're going to do is make some curved score lines here. Now let me show you the template. What we've done so far are the horizontal and vertical score lines, and then we made our tick marks at the top here, the little halfway points. So what we're going to do is line up the largest circle die and line it up from that tick mark that we made down to the intersection of this horizontal score line. And we're going to do that all the way down, going in both directions. And what I'd like to do is to work all in one direction. So I'll do all the curves that go this direction, then I'll rotate the paper and do all the curves that go in this direction. You want to use your stylus from the Simply Scored, and I just place that stylus right at the tick mark we made, then line up my die and score. And the reason why I do that is because of this ball tip. You want to make sure that you leave enough room for that score line to meet up with the tick mark and this horizontal line. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of those curved score lines. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and fold and burnish on all of the straight score lines. Then I want you to just gently bend on those curved score lines. And now we're going to go ahead and cut away some pieces. So I'm going to bring this back. The first thing we're going to cut away is this lower right rectangle corner. And then I'm going to cut up all of these vertical score lines, stopping at that first horizontal line. Next, we're going to just go ahead and cut away some of the bulk. And so I'm just going to fold in these 2 flaps, and we're going to focus on the first one next to this tab and the third one. And I'm just going to pretty much just eyeball it and cut them just slightly less than half. This does not need to be perfect because it will be hidden. Okay, so we have done all of the scoring and cutting, and now it's time to put our box together. So I'm going to flip it to the back side. I'm going to go ahead and fold on that second score line, and just using some liquid glue. You can really use your adhesive of choice here, but I do like the liquid glue because of its strength. And then you can fold from the right, and those should line up right where you want them to go. Okay, now this is going to be our back side because our seam is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and fold in these 2 skinny flaps. Now this is optional, you don't need to do this, but I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on those. Then I'm going to fold over my back flap. I'll put glue on this. And then fold over my front flap. Press that from the bottom, and then what I do is I close off my glue bottle, and I'll use that as leverage to press it down from the inside. All right, so here is where I want you to just go ahead really quickly and reinforce this curve right here that is where we've got kind of the double paper from that tab. Just go in and just make sure that that is nice and reinforced. Okay, now let's go ahead and put our chocolates in. I'm going to just show you the two different chocolates that will fit. So here's a Lindor truffle. That's a perfect fit. Or you can take 3 Ghirardelli minis, and I just kind of fold the extra wrapper, and then we can slide that in. And that works perfectly. So again, here's the Lindor truffle, and the box closes nicely. And then here are the 3 Ghirardelli mini squares. I'm just going to pinch. Basically, you're pinching on the corners of the boxes. Those are going to go in, and you'll see that those curves are going to make that really pretty, almost like a petal shape on the top of that box. I love that. Now, if you wanted to, you could pinch on the corners here just to make those curves just a little bit more tight. I'm just doing it very gently, and look how it holds itself together. So now let's do a little bit of stamping and decorating on the front of our box. I'm going to use the stamp set Lots of Love. I love this stamp set. We're going to use the sentiment Love You. I'm going to stamp that in Melon Mambo on Whisper White. And then using the smallest heart from the Sweet and Sassy Framelits, I'm going to cut that out using the Big Shot. All right, so there's our heart cut out. Then I'm using the 1 3/8 scallop circle punch. I'm going to punch out a scallop circle from gold foil. And then using the 1 1/4 inch circle punch, I'm going to cut out a circle from rich razzleberry. And I'm going to layer these 3 pieces together. Then I'm going to grab a gold heart from the metallic enamel shapes. Then we'll pop that up on 3 dimensionals. And we'll stick that to the front of our box. And there we have a super cute self-closing box, perfect for Valentine's treats or just to let someone know that you love them. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss my next video. If you're in the US and you're interested in purchasing any of the products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post for all project details and measurements. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you, and there's options to subscribe to both my blog updates as well as my newsletter. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.